Over to you, Kanchanji.
Thank you, Harshita. Kanchan is joining.
Yeah, thank you so much. Can someone do the spotlight for us today?
Yep.
Thank you. Yeah, namaste to everyone. Thank you so much for being here and sharing your group energies with all of us. And thank you, Harshita, for this beautiful, wonderful meditation. Thank you so much. And yes, masters, as we announced in the group that this is we have announced the 11th session series we will be doing on Patriji's teaching, and till so far we have done 10 sessions, and from all the 10 sessions we have different takeaways. So I will be just summarizing a little bit before handing over to Sir for today's wonderful session. It is our 11th day session, and it's a celebration time for us after hearing Sir. So we understood about lot many concepts during these Patriji's teachings sessions. Master Ravi Kiran has given us an insight how we all can apply those wisdoms in our day-to-day life. Being in gratitude, no spiritual masking, how give and take we can implement in our life. And another master talked about empty cup concept. Then we have shared this five-finger concept wisdom by two of the masters in a different ways. And the beat concept has been shared by masters. No hurry, no worry, no interference, known to unknown, and lot many things we have heard about. And I hope we all are implementing those concepts in our day-to-day life. That was the objective of doing all these sessions. How Patriji's wisdom we can inculcate in our daily processes. So, masters, today in the 11th day of this session, we have Dr. GK with us. We all have his wisdom lot many times on our platform, and we know him, but as an official uh, part, I will be taking this honor to give his a small introduction. So first of all, welcome, sir. Namaste. Sir, you are on mute.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, Kanchanji, and then thank you all for joining today. And happy International Yoga Day for all of you. Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. So, sir, with your permission, I will be just giving a small introduction of yours.
Yeah.
We all know his full name is Dr. Gopala Krishna, but with out of love, everybody call him Dr. GK. So he is famously known by name Dr. GK. He did his medical practice for 10 years in rural India from the year 1996 to 2007. And he wants to be called himself as a spiritual scientist. And he achieved remarkably the work of gaining complete health through the holistic understanding of spiritual science and applying these principles in daily life through very simple concepts. Those concepts are called spiritual tablets. He devised almost 500 spiritual tablets. Those tablets are covering various elements which are at the physical, mental, and social levels. Through Dr. GK, thousands of patients have been cured of their long term ailments and permanently with no or very minimal medications. His approach has been scientific and systematic both. Moreover, Dr. GK runs a non-profit foundation called Spiritual Tablet Research Foundation that runs spiritual healthcare centers across globe in 14 countries with 12 ancillary concepts and trust on a not-for-profit basis. All other services which are being offered in the city, all the countries, all the centers, it is free of cost. So far, he traveled to most of the South Asian countries, USA, Europe, extensively and delivered his talks. Currently, he is living in Manchester, UK, with his family and pursuing his second master's in FANSTAT and trying to spread his wisdom across Europe as a part-time volunteer services. He is coordinating to develop PMC channels across Europe. One can approach him to understand the true reason of illness, to know the purpose of the life, or to volunteer yourself in the spiritual service in various ways. He is a one stop solution for the people who want to become full time spiritual being in their family life. So you can all connect with him through his website. The website name is spiritualtablet.com, and we have the same name on the Android app where you can also connect with Dr. GK and the team. So that's the introduction for sir. Thank you so much, sir, for joining with us. Welcome and hand over to you. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you very much, Kanchanji, and all the Australia Masters. And it is very good to see and listen about Patriji, uh, the founder of Pyramid Spiritual Societies movement across the globe. Through him, today, so many branches has emerged in his own guidance and vision. And then We are so fortunate, especially I worked with him in the initial part of my journey, almost for 4 to 5 years, from the year 1995 to 2000. So during that period, we used to meet him in Kurnool, the place where he used to live most of his time. And then he used to travel to my residence place like Vishakhapatnam, the north part of Andhra Pradesh. And then some of the south as well as in North India also, I traveled with him and some of the Southeast Asian countries as well. So during the journey, coming straight to the point, a lot of spiritual concepts. Basically, the greatness of Patriji is he brought down hundreds of pages of philosophical books into very simple and easily understood concepts. So those days, we are, very fond of listening to him and then repeating the same to the people and understanding the truth very easily. So the foundation for all of us, especially the senior masters, directly by him, and most of the advanced concepts we used to listen from him when we were in trekking in the forest. More or less, it looks like uh, Naxalites in the forest, spiritual Naxalites, I can say. That is what we used to do a lot of comedy on us. That is how he carved us in a great way that all the masters who were trained by him, for all of them today, there is nothing other than doing spiritual spreading in this world. That is how those people were made. The first and foremost concept he told is three do's and three don'ts. Three do's means dhyana, swadhyay, and sajana sangatya. This you know very well. Meditation, reading spiritual books, and sharing of the spiritual experiences. Three don'ts means one should not eat meat, which is not the right diet for this body. One has to indulge in plant-based diet. And no need to do any puja pata, means idol worship, because we are God and we need to realize the God within us through meditation. So that's why the idol worship is not required. And the third thing, which is a better challenge for me, one should not use medicines to heal themselves. Being a medical doctor, listening to this in the beginning days, then what I have to do? Being a doctor, I am supposed to prescribe the medicines. And he says all the doctors are killers and no medicine is required for the body. One can heal themselves. So through meditation and spiritual wisdom, we can heal ourselves completely once we track to our purpose. So these are the three do's and don'ts in the initial days he used to teach to everyone. From that, later on, the 18 guiding principles of Pyramid Spiritual Societies movement was developed. So most of the 18 principles, they are more or less variants of these three do's and three don'ts only, adding a little bit of about pyramid energy and full moon meditation, spreading the wisdom to other people, like that, certain other things added in that 18 principles. The same 18 principles, I made it as the basic 12 spiritual tablets in spiritual tablet wisdom. It is almost deadly equal to that 18 principles. So, after giving these three do's and three don'ts and developing 18 principles, slowly he started giving the spiritual science in a easiest way. One among those concepts which has shattered most of my doubts, and it gave a principle base, a pathological spiritual pathology it set for most of the shoulder, hand, and neck illnesses. That concept. most of the confusions that we have about all other methods and the people which we do a lot of comparison, everything will shatter once we understand this concept very well, which is very, very easy. It is Yoga Parampara. How many of you here know Yoga Parampara concept? Either you heard or read the book or listened to his Patriji audio. Anybody is there here? Yoga Parampara? Okay. You might have heard, but remembering all those stages and what exactly we need to, the soul will do at every step of the Yoga Parampara is very, very important. A senior master means he must by heart this, and he should know. In a group, as an answer to a lot of questions, you can present this concept. The Yoga Parampara means the journey of the soul. When the soul enters into this body, into this world, comes into this world, over a period of that 400 years or whatever the time is, relative, it will take 350 lifetimes from a basic infant soul to become an enlightened soul, evolved soul. It will take more or less 300 to 400 lifetimes. So these lifetimes are scattered across different stages. Initially, when it comes to the earth plane, it will take Karma Yoga part 1. So the stages are like Karma Yoga, Raja Yoga, and Jnana Yoga. But again, these are subdivided. First, the Karma Yoga part 1. Again, it is subdivided into 3 that we discuss soon. Then Jnana Yoga part 1. After that, Raja Yoga. After that, Jnana Yoga part 2. And then Karma Yoga part 2. When it comes to Karma Yoga, because the soul is very new to this earth plane, it understands only the food, shelter, and cloth. Roti, kapada, makan. So the initial part of the journey is all about Karma Yoga, where it try to do something with food, shelter, and clothing. This is called Karma Yoga. And it is part 1. In that, there are again 3 stages. The first one is Kanjus or Lobhi. The second one, he will give something but with expectation, giving with expectation. And the third level is giving without expectation, unconditional giving. But in all these 3 levels, the sharing part is only the food, clothing, and shelter, the immediate need for the survival with this human body. Because that primary soul, which doesn't have any wisdom about the life on the earth, it will understand only the food. Someone is suffering, hungry, immediately you need to give some food to him. Doesn't have clothes, provide clothes. Doesn't have house, provide house, shelter. This is what they know. So all these souls comes under Karma Yoga part 1. Why these 3 levels? When they come with a survival consciousness, so they have that fear. So they retain everything for them. Shelter, food, money, they won't give to others. That is conjuice, that is lobby. After doing some janmas, some incarnations, in one incarnation they realize, if I keep everything with me, how the things are coming to me? Someone has given, no? Otherwise, how can you get? Nature is giving, other people are giving. So that's why you are getting something. If I don't give to others, how can I get? So in one incarnation, they will get that logic. And in the next incarnations, they will go to step 2 of Karma Yoga, that is giving something to the other people, but with an expectation. I will give my hair to Lord Balaji, my daughter has to get married. I will give my clothes to other people. In return, I need something. I should get something. It's all like a give and take business, including with God. We don't even spare God also. So that is part 2, step 2 of Karma Yoga, part 1. Everything about in and around that food, shelter, and clothing only. In one incarnation, he will understand, in some incarnations I am poor, in some I am rich. So if the poor or rich is not in my hands, then who is giver and who is taker? Okay. So let me give whatever the best I can give. In return, whether they give or not, it is immaterial. I don't bother. So he will reach that stage. You don't want to do any business with God. So that's why he becomes unconditional. It's not like he is offering something, in return, God has to do something for him. So he will be out of that business attitude. So in the step 3, it is unconditional giving to other people. Whatever best he has, he will give. That's all. Even after doing this unconditional giving, whenever someone is suffering, he will see still people are suffering. They are not happy. Even though there is lot more money, they can feed themselves. There is a house, there is clothing, everything is there. But still people are suffering the mental illness, or they don't know why they are here. Lot of chaos. Today, frankly speaking, the real suffering is only in rich houses. Poor man is happy with his day-to-day bread. Real sufferer are the rich people. Even though everything is there, they are suffering. So at that point, when he dies, he will see from above and he will understand there is something beyond this food, clothing, and shelter. That I need to know, which gives the real happiness, permanent happiness. So this time, he will land directly in Jnana Yoga, part 1. After this concept, I will ask everyone here. It is not that simply you pull Dr. GK to teach concepts. I will ask everyone, in what stage you are, you have to open your audio and you have to tell me. Otherwise, leave now itself. This is not a Ramayana or Purana Kalakshepa. You have to understand where you are. It is so easy. So, Jnana Yoga step 1 is all deals with understanding the great wisdom and listening to it. It is not in understanding. It is Purana Kalakshepa, listening again and again. So for that, either he will be a sweeper in a temple, where he will sweeping the temple and then he will listen to that audio of the Purana Kalakshepa. Or he can be a mic set person, or he can be a Shishya to a Guru, or a common audience. But frequently, he will indulge in listening to the great spiritual wisdom given by the masters, the preachers, or teachers, or sages, or Pandit, whomsoever it may be. So the whole lifetime, a few lifetimes, he will spend in listening to spiritual orations, like you are listening now to me. It is all Jnana Yoga part 1. He is listening and listening and listening. The best listener, slowly, he will become Grahaka, means he will grasp the things. Oh, so this great wisdom give permanent happiness, will tell us why we are here. There are so many dimensions. I am stuck here. I need to get out of this birth and death cycle. So all these things he will come to understand. He will listen. He will grasp those things. The moment he grasps and he understands that this wisdom is very important, then in the next lifetimes, he will straight away land in Himalayas or caves or Muni ashrams. It is called Raja Yoga. King of yogas is Raja Yoga. Sukha Pranayama, breath observation, Anapanasati. So, some lifetimes he will do practice yoga, meditation. So through that, he will be out of the body, astral travel, and with third eye, he will understand the whole existence. That is what Raja Yoga is. King of all the yogas. Open your third eye and come out of the astral vehicle and look around and understand what is your position today. Then first time he will get a smile, a complete smile on his face after doing Raj Yoga, after doing meditation. So once he understands what is the truth, then there is no point in living in this earth, because there are so many higher dimensions. Happily he can slip to those dimensions and then live better way than the earth. Living on the earth in this physical body is like a पिंजरे में फंसा हुआ है चिड़िया जैसे. You don't want to trap in this uh, shell. So the body is an entrapment. So one has to come out of that jail. That is what he realized during Raja Yoga. But out of compassion, looking around all the souls who are in different stages, who are suffering literally, he want to help them. He want to teach them the truth, what he realized, what he understood. So then, now again, he will come here with the Jnana Yoga part 2. In the Jnana Yoga part 1, it is all listening and grasping. In Raj Yoga, it is practicing and realizing the truth, becoming enlightened. Now, in Jnana Yoga part 2, it is giving whatever you understood to the other people. From morning, once he wake up from the bed, until he goes to the bed, his intention is only to give wisdom to other people. How best he can give. How best I can give meditation. How best I can give the spiritual wisdom, the spiritual reality. How to bring people into this truth, into middle path. So this is Jnana Yoga part 1. And then is Karma Yoga part 2. The reason for calling this Karma Yoga part 2 is, even as an astral vehicle, he will do the same. He will sleep here. He will wake up in astral level. And there also, he will catch hold of the souls who are suffering, because daytime they don't listen. This mind will come in between. The ego will come in between. But astrally, he can beat them. He can mold them. That is what today we see a lot of masters. They will guide us astrally. They will do astral surgeries. They will give something. They will set something astrally. Then by the time we wake up with a dream, and that will give us a sort of resolution, a solution for our problems. Whatever the problems we are unable to solve in the physical world, they can be solved in the astral world. Because astral world is a scientific laboratory where permutation combinations can be done, and out of that, the best whatever can be done, that we pull out as a dream or an astral experience by a master. So whenever you are aware with your astral vehicle in the dream state, that is Karma Yoga part. People will go there. A Swamiji came and he gave me a fruit. I ate the fruit and something happened to me. After waking up, his stomach pain, gayab, is gone. So it looks like the physical matter again, but everything happens in astral vehicle. So the daytime, you are completely aware. And once you sleep, in the astral vehicle, you are aware. So 25/7, 24/7, complete awareness. Physically and astrally. So you are aware by soul. Sleeping here as a body, but aware as a soul with the internal tanmatras, all the astral senses. And with this 24/7 awareness, where you are crossing the Jagrida, Swapna, Shushumna, and Turiya. All the 4 states you cross. Then you are out of this world. You will go to Nirvana. So these 5 stages, Karma Yoga part 1, Jnana Yoga part 1, then Raja Yoga, after that Jnana Yoga part 2, teaching the daytime, and then Karma Yoga part 2, where astrally also you are aware, and then finally Nirvana. When you are 24/7 aware, and you got bored of it. You have done enough. Your purpose is over. Then with a higher consciousness, because this physical body become the light vehicle by increasing its vibration. Then it cannot fit with earth vibes. Automatically, it will be settled in other dimensions. Here and there, it looks like a bit bookish, but this is what, in brief, to understand different stages. So whatever the services that we are doing monetarily with food, shelter, and clothing, it is all our Purvashrama. Because in previous lifetimes, we were in that Karma Yoga. So that will be a mere repetition initially until we enter into this spiritual reality with a conscious evolution called meditation. But once you understand that you are an evolved soul and you are into Jnana Yoga, then you need to come out of that food, shelter, and clothing concept. And now you need to give wisdom and meditation only to other people. So all the pyramid masters are Jnana Yoga Part 2 masters. From there, day by day, they are trying to get their own perfection towards the astral level. We have already completed our Raj Yoga in previous lifetimes. That's why after coming here, within a couple of 40 days meditation, 3 months meditation, 1 year meditation, they live like God. They don't find anything in statues and photos. They understand the God. It is not a single lifetime or your 40 days meditation's result. Already in the previous lifetimes, we had so many janmas, so many lifetimes in Himalayas, in caves. Even if you are in samsara, suddenly you will disappear from samsara and you will go to Himalayas. All those incarnations are over. That's why today we are with samsara in the middle path. To bring the people into the spiritual reality, we are into the family lifestyle. Even though we know there is nothing in it. Because the common man identify only with samsara, the physical world. So, I will give chance for 5 people here. Fastest hands first. Raise your hand and tell me in what state you are in this yoga parampara. Digital hands you can raise and you can tell where exactly you are. I'll count 10 numbers. Yes, Kalpana madam, where are you? Thank you for raising the hand immediately.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, sir. I'm not sure, sir, where I am because I see quality in each yoga that fit into my life. So I'm not able to understand, where I am at this point.
The thumb rule is whenever you identify with a state, the highest one, that is where you are. The rest of the things are already over, but you are unable to come out of it. That's all. So the highest one, whichever you choose, that is what actually your level. Because you are never given a wish without also being given the power to make it true. That is what Richard Bach says. You identified with one level means you are there already, the highest one. Tell me now, what is the highest one you identified?
With the God, sir, I put all the idols away, sir, after coming into meditation. I don't need
I
to
am
see.
not asking all those things. I am asking Karma Yoga Part 1, Jnana Yoga Part 1, Raja Yoga, or Jnana Yoga Part 2.
I think
Or Karma Yoga Part 2. Jnana Yoga Part 2. Wonderful. Kallas. Give a digital hand for her. Next. Yes, Harshita ji.
So thank you so much, sir. This gave so much clarity for where the soul journey, where we are. I was very much surprised to hear that we have crossed the Raj Yoga. I was thinking caves, Himalayas. I mean, I can't think of it right now for sure with small kid and family and everything. But when you say we have crossed that, that's why we are here. I think either Jnana Yoga part 1 or part 2 because I hear a lot of wisdom sharings.
When you say Jnana Yoga Part 1 or Part 2, you are in Jnana Yoga Part 2. That's all. I told already. Whenever you identify the higher one stands first. Okay, that is where you are. Rest of the things
Okay.
automatically over a period of time it will go away. Because of the
sure.
people,
Yeah.
because of people around you, here and then you need to finger into down areas. Otherwise,
sure.
you are there already. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you,
Next,
sir.
Gurupinder
Thank
ji.
you.
Gurupinder, I don't want. I want only Australian masters. Kanchan ji, yes.
The Dhyan Yoga part 2, like feel the
Jnana Yoga
compassion.
part 2. Very good. Wonderful. Yes, Ritu ji. Yes. Ritu from Australia.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I feel that Dhyan Yoga Part 2.
Jnana Yoga part 2. Very good. So what you are doing in Jnana Yoga part 2 every day?
See, I'm doing my meditation from last 15 years, share few experiences, like recover from some serious like injury, like it healed itself. Like a beautiful experience, but still I have hunger to learn more and more. I'm trying.
So what are you doing in Jnana Yoga part 2? Are you teaching meditation to other people?
Yes, family and friends. I'm trying like sometimes to my students.
Not only family, friends and children, to the unknown world you need to teach by online. Okay? Yeah.
No, not that group session, but like some like I'm like having my own students, not only for meditation, but if they come, they want to learn. I love to because I want to spread and what I know. But I'm not sure what I'm doing, but I feel like that. You can tell me like at what level I am.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay. So from there, now we switch on to the levels of a student. When you are going in this path, what are the different levels we cross? Initially, we start life as a common man. This concept name is Chalakudu to Sashanadu. Chalak to Shashan. A common man to ruler. We start our life as a common man, okay, where we doesn't know anything except the, as usual, earlier I said, the food, clothing and shelter. From there, we came to know that we listen somewhere that there is a great wisdom or happiness or the best thing. So then we try to listen to it. So a common person should listen to the other people first with a knower. Once you are into the listening stage, then after some time, you will grasp the things. Like Madam told her experience. So when we listen to the others' experiences, then we can grasp the things, how greatly they did, how greatly they're living, how peacefully they are living, how they are solving their problems, how they are solving other problems. So listener will become grasper. So once you grasp the things, then you feel like practicing it. So next stage is practitioner. So after practicing a lot, you will experience it. You understood something and you reap the benefits of that particular path, the meditation, whatever. So after becoming a practitioner, then now you become a teacher. You start teaching others. This is what, and I did, and this is how you have to do, and you will be happy. You also can reap the same benefits. So one has to become a teacher. Bodhaka. Sadhaka should become Bodhak. Being a Bodhak, being a teacher for 10 years, between 5 to 10 years, then we become the rulers, the Shashan. So Bodhakadu will become Shashanadu. Shashan means whatever he utters, that becomes a Shashan, like something written on a stone. It's a permanent. Lord Buddha, if he opens his mouth and if he says something, that becomes Shashan. It looks like momentarily it is wrong. But after a few days, we realize what he said is absolutely perfect. Ahimsa Parama Dharmaha, he said. It is a shashan. Non-violence is the greatest truth on this earth. If you are not interfering with other animals or creatures. So that's why this common man to ruler, Chalak, common man. From there, listener, you have to listen, Shravan. From there, Grahak, grasper. One has to grasp the knowledge. He understood something inside. From there, he will ascend to Sadhak, practitioner, Sadhakudu. After practicing, he will become Bodhak, teacher, Bodhakudu. From the Bodhak, teacher, he will become as a ruler, Sasanudu. We are between these two. We are all teachers, wonderful teachers. But we have to continue with this teaching. Day by day, the Vak Shuddhi. Our words will gain perfection. And this thought will unite with the universe when you are aligned with the purpose over a period of time without any deviations. So, whatever the universe thinks that you are thinking, that comes out of your mouth. So, whatever you say, that becomes the truth for that moment. So, to attain that Vak Shuddhi, God's spell, one has to be with that teaching profession always until he becomes a ruler. So, this is Chalakadu to Sasanadu concept. And to understand this, we have to know we are going through the zoom in, zoom out or 50-50 concept. And he says zoom in, zoom out concept. More or less same, both are. The 50-50 means not crackjack biscuit. Okay, the 50-50 means 50% from the previous lifetimes and 50% here we need to achieve. If someone says everything is predetermined, then why we have to come here? Whatever happens, it will happen. We don't have anything to do with it. Nothing is there in our hands. But we have free will, no? There is a path, a major plan we took, according to Robert Schwartz, rebirth plan. All the major destinations are, the platform is fixed, like parents, the siblings, and guru, and path, whether business or job, the major areas you fix. With that, you want to learn something. That is 50%. The remaining 50% after coming here with your free will, now you need to drive the vehicle. You have every choice. Every moment you have a choice to live whatever you want. Nobody will stop you. But the free will, the conscience, which is there since so many lifetimes, it won't deviate that much easily. Yoga Prashtata is not for the PSSM masters. With a self-judgment or with free will, doing mistakes is a very, very, very rare thing. Especially for the pyramid masters, as long as you are into the meditation, your meditation automatically will guide you to go through your major milestones. So there is no worry about it. But it is not that because in the previous lifetimes we have balance, that's why we can flourish here. No. You have more than 50% with you. If you decide, you can become Buddha in this lifetime. With your own intention and hard work or whatever. So this 50-50 is like 50% from the past lives as a balance, and then 50% here we achieve. The same thing, the zoom in, zoom out. Whenever someone is crossing a forest, crossing forest is very tough. Because whenever actually you are walking in day to day, the trees are that much height. You will be lost there itself. You keeps on making rounds if you don't have a proper direction. For that, what they do, they will go to a highest point, like a biggest tree or a small hill. From there, he will watch around in the early morning, as soon as they wake up, to fix the direction. From there, he will see a longest hill in south direction, opposite to the sun or far to the sun. They will decide. So I have to walk the first half opposite to the sun towards that particular big hill, or until I reach that particular water pond. So like that, they'll fix a major point, and they will get out of the hill or tree, and from there they will start walking. Every time I will check, am I going towards that hill or against the sun or something like that, that major point. So whenever you are climbing a tree or a small hill, from there, if you are watching, it is zoom out. After that, you will get down, and daytime you are walking, that is zoom in. So both zoom in and zoom out, every master should do. That is what the lion, Simhavalok, that is what the lions do. They will go to a point, again they will come back to the normal position. So similarly, every master should have a long-term projection for 5 years or 10 years, and then come down. Now you start working on the ground, brick by brick, until you reach all those major destinations. Once you reach there, again from there, again you have to project another 5 years or 10 years. See, for the sake of the physical body to live day and night, you are constructing a house which will help you for 25 years or 50 years. If the physical body, which is meant for a lifetime, just for 100 years, if it need a planning for a house, then why not the soul? A consciousness which is spreading across 400, 300 lifetimes. It has to go to another dimension. So why don't we have a 25-year soul plan, a 50-year soul plan? Then only we can ascend to other dimensions. We need to make our mansion in the other dimensions, not on the earth. For the physical body, you built a house, good. But for the soul, you need to project yourself to the dimension where you want to settle after leaving this body. So for that, you need to have a soul plan for the entire life. So everyone must make a 25-year soul plan, a 50-year soul plan. That is what zoom out. Major points you fixed. I want to become a best musician in 10, 15 years. Parallelly an instrument. Parallelly 5 languages. Parallelly some Western dance. Parallelly spiritual science subject. In so many projects. Like that you have to plan for 25 to 50 years. This is called zoom out. Zoom in means every day, every hour, what are all the plans you made? For that casual, you need to put one brick today. Today I am talking to you for 1 hour as a part of the International Yoga Day or this Patriji Wisdom Teachings. So I connected to you. Today I laid a brick as a part of my big Sauda in Australia. So every day we need to keep bricks. Every day will be like a chaos, always. When you are walking in the forest, all the trees you are covered and you don't know, you will feel like lost. That is what samsara is. The daily program will be like, sometimes we feel like lost because it is zoom in. Zoom in always is like a focusing on a ground, brick by brick. It is always tough. Zoom out is always beautiful because you are sitting on a hill and they are projecting. Very soon I am going to cross the forest. I'll reach there. So you will project like anything. So zoom out is a bit beautiful always, but zoom in is a bit tough. Whenever you combine both zoom in and zoom out, then only you are successful. If you always stay in the top of the hill or the tree, you never cross the forest. You will be there only all the time. Don't imagine always about your dreams, your visualization. Come down and start laying the bricks. A big journey starts with only single step. So that's why this zoom in and zoom out is always. So this concept also really it sits in my brain. The day one I heard from Patriji. Whenever I get chaos, then immediately understand, okay, Baba, I am in zoom in. Let me zoom out. When things are not, completely messy, go into meditation or go to ashram dharma. That is what the zoom out. From there, you try to see the entire 1 year or 5 year or 10-year program. Then whatever the things that you are facing today, they are just nothing. Once you zoom out yourself. So whenever we are in chaos, you need to zoom out. That's why ashram dharma is required. 3 days or 5 days, you just live from samsara. During full moon day, especially. And then you will zoom out. You will plan for next bright future for 1 year, 3 years, or 5 years. Then again, you are happy. Without having this zoom in, zoom out, a permanent master, especially middle path, it is impossible. You feel like hell at times to leave the samsara also. Zoom in, zoom out only will really save you. Really salutes to Patriji, giving this a simple logic of life with a simple concept. And then some of the things, the greatest things he told, which looks like very easy, like the right meditation he gave for us. Anapanasati, breath observation, simple breath observation, normal, natural, soft breath observation. No need of any mantras, chantings, everything you can just stop and start doing meditation straight away. The best food, plant-based food, he advised us. What to eat means plant-based food without garlic. That is enough to maintain this vehicle and for joy and happiness. And the best relationships is Maitri. Friendship. On this earth plane, finally, all the permanent masters are going to create only the Maitri. All the caste system, family system, political system, borders, races, religions, everything will wipe off. We go beyond that. A new human is going to generate with a Maitri Bhava. Maitri means friendship, non-interference, mutual cooperation. That only wins. That is the righteous relationship on the earth plane. And righteous construction is pyramid he gave for us. Among the flat, igloo, cone, the pyramid is the one which is more stable and gives the best energy input. So the best technique, meditation, the best food, plant-based diet, the best construction, pyramid, and the best relationship, Maitri. And the best ruling, philosophers are the only kings. The best ruler means philosophers only can rule the country. The Socrates thought, he copy-pasted. It's a great thought. People don't know whom to elect as a leader. He gave the first thought. With that, we established the Pyramid Party of India, which is going to rule. The whole globe is coming under one umbrella. That is Pyramid Party of India. There is no other way because that is the best he selected already. Rest of all the things are inferior to it. So the whole world come to that umbrella one day. Only the philosophers are going to rule the entire world. Here the ruling means it's not like ruling of the king that we see. They have their own way of, the best way of ruling with non-interference. To support these thoughts, he established so many projects and wisdoms and branches and PSSM. It is part of it only. Some will take care of the elite community. Some will take care of the youth. Some will take care of the patients. Some will take care of the women. Some will take care of the senior citizens, Dhyana Ashram. Some will take care of the villagers, Dhyana Graminam. Some will take care of the government, different part of India. Like the different things were emerged. Only to take that wisdom to a common man in a best possible way. And of course, the pyramids across the globe, everywhere, pyramid centers. And he introduced so many spiritual scientists. He himself is a spiritual scientist, incarnation of Buddha Ananda. But he gave the best spiritual scientist, Osho Rajneesh, Richard Bach, Linda Goodman, Carlos Castaneda, Seth, Ruth Montgomery. So many spiritual scientists he introduced through their books. Otherwise, we don't know all those books. From every book, the best we extracted and then we incorporated in PSM wisdom. He defined the best amplifications like group meditation, using pyramid meditation, full moon meditation. All these things are there. When Dr. Newton went to the World Past Life Congress, almost 10-15 years ago, he went to only one Congress. There, everybody is speaking their final speech, in conclusive speech. He told about all the 18 principles of PSSM. And everybody in that group, more than 10-15 people came and asked, what is full moon meditation? What is vegetarianism? What is pyramid energy? Because this is the best combination he made. Rest of all the people are good, but they don't have either of one component of the 18 principles of PSSM. So they invited. He went only for 10 days, but he came to India after 3 months, traveling around 10-15 countries. They asked all our methods. That is the greatness of PSSM and Patriji. Pranams to Patriji and for all the Australian masters for giving me this great opportunity to share the little wisdom I learned from Patriji. So far, I covered 25% of the concepts which I learned from him. Still, there are 75%. There are around 30 concepts I learned from him. I think I figured around 6 concepts now. So in another platform, some other day, once again we connect. And thank you all for conducting this wisdom of Patriji teachings. I had a dream to conduct a 3-day workshop on Patriji wisdom, Patriji teachings. Hope it will happen very soon. After August, I am releasing myself for the whole world. It will be like a world travel. I expect you to travel with me when I come to Australia from north to south. Don't ask me to come to your city. You have to meet me when I am in north and we have to travel up to south. Okay? Then only I consider you as a master. People will call me, when you come to my city, come to my home, sir. Okay? So sitting in your home, calling me to your home is easy. But you have to travel with me. Thank you very much, Subhadra madam, for traveling with me almost for 10 days. Germany, Bosnia, and UK. And now Kanchanji is coming. And she is gracing us for 2 hours or 3 hours in Manchester. Thank you very much for that.
That was my pleasure, sir. Yeah. Still, I'm not
Yeah.
believing that how it happened.
Yeah, even me also. How you came? Big surprise for me. But it happens. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Namaste. Yeah.
Thank you so much, sir. This is really a wonderful wisdom. I just took the few points and definitely will posting for everybody so that we all can keep on analyzing what we are doing and how we can move further with that. So do we have time for Q&A?
5 minutes.
Okay, so we have Namita with us with a question. Namita, you please go
Only
ahead.
the concepts which I told, on those concepts only I want to clarify your doubts, not the other doubts. Any health related doubts, log on to www.spiritualtablets.com. Okay. If you want to become politician, work with me for Permanent Party of India. If you want to become a spiritual scientist, join with me in IFSS. All dukans are open. There you can join. But here, based on the concepts which I told, that if you have any doubt, you ask me. Yeah.
So, thank you, sir. I just have one question. Can we read somewhere these concepts? There are the books we have on Patriji's concepts.
Yes. You need to read Tulsi Dalam first. Recently, the English version came.
Okay.
That is the first and masterpiece of Patriji. And then there are around 10 CDs in Hindi and English. They are available in Spotify, Patriji audios. Those audios also will cover most of these concepts. And of course, majority are in Telugu. Around 40 hours of audios are there, and then small books were also designed, and some Tamil books were translated. All the translated to Tamil, they are available in Tamil also,
Okay.
and Hindi also some are available. So you can get from Pyramid Valley, Bangalore, or some of the people from South you can get. Yes. Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
Thank
Namita.
you. Namaste.
Thank you,
Thank you
sir.
so much, sir. Thank you. Thank you.